A woodpecker at work is a study in extreme biomechanics. This bird hammers its head into solid wood at 20 face-shattering impacts per second, enduring force that would be fatal to almost any other creature. Standard biological models suggest these traits developed slowly. The theory is that small, unguided changes accumulated over millions of years to produce the bird we see today. But look at the physical requirements for that first strike. Without the right equipment already in place, the very first prototype of a woodpecker would have scrambled its own brain on day one. Dr. Karen Dawkins, a veterinary research pathologist, spent years studying these structures. She found that the internal requirements for a woodpecker's survival were at odds with the idea of a slow, step-by-step development. Physics doesn't allow for a learning curve here. The bird either has the specialized hardware to withstand the G-force, or it does not survive the impact. Survival depends on a highly specialized skull. The front bones utilize a unique, spongy bone structure designed specifically to absorb shock waves before they reach the brain casing. This works in tandem with a reinforced beak. It is built with structural layers that drive the physical stress of the impact outward. Then there is the tongue. It splits in two, wraps completely around the back of the skull, and anchors in the nostril, acting as a biological seatbelt that locks the brain securely in place. None of these parts provide a survival advantage on their own. The skull, the beak, and the tongue must exist simultaneously and fully functional all at once for the bird to exist at all. This biological reality suggests that the woodpecker didn't evolve through a series of accidents. It appears to have been designed as a complete, functioning system from the start. Curious, if the physical evidence for design is so specific, why does the scientific establishment react with such hostility when a researcher points it out? Consider the career of Dr. Raymond Damadian. Damadian is the biophysicist who invented the MRI scanner, a tool that revolutionized medicine by allowing doctors to see inside the human body without surgery. His work was so significant that he was inducted into the Inventors Hall of Fame, alongside figures like Thomas Edison. He even received the National Medal of Technology for his contributions to human health. Despite these world-changing achievements, Damadian eventually found himself at the center of a major academic controversy. In 2003, the Nobel Prize for the MRI was awarded to two other scientists. Damadian, the man who actually built the first scanner, was excluded, a move that shocked observers across the scientific community. The reason for the exclusion wasn't related to his data. Damadian is a Bible-believing creationist who ultimately describes evolutionary theory as science fiction. In this case, the committee chose to bypass the inventor of the technology. It sent a clear message. In the highest tiers of academia, ideological conformity can be more important than the discovery itself. When a scientist follows the evidence toward a creator, the establishment often responds with exclusion, prioritizing a specific worldview over objective scientific recognition. For Dr. Damadian, the millions of lives saved by the MRI are a more significant legacy than any award certificate. He has stated that his work was never about personal vindication, but about his desire to see Jesus Christ glorified. His ultimate satisfaction comes from the belief that his medical breakthroughs helped fulfill God's will on earth. Pioneers like Damadian demonstrate that for some, the evidence of a creator is more compelling than the temporary approval of a secular institution. Whether we study the high-speed impacts of a woodpecker or the magnetic resonance of human cells, we see that science relies on an orderly, predictable set of laws. Dr. Dawkins realized that because biology and physics are built on these consistent laws, it is logical to ask who established them. If there is a law, there is a reason to look for a lawgiver. True science does not point to blind chance. It points directly and beautifully to the Creator. Trust the evidence, stand strong in the truth, and give glory to God.